Actually have some Gladiator Beast action for you today. We also have Woah Kuriboh, and of course Noid and so much more. Make sure you guys smash the link crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more all this content. You know, I've been wanting to see some more Gladiator Beast action out here because this deck truly feels like it's missing a lot in order to kind of, you know, come out and be one of those challengers within the space. But I see things like Apex Avion here being one of those cards that this deck gets access to, because guess what? We can actually make some Morg in this because you just have to find a Wing Beast monster. Interestingly enough, so we're playing this little package here just to turbo into the Invoker, which is actually not a terrible idea. This deck is kind of cheesy, actually. Augustus actually turboing into the Samorg Link to give Gladiator Beast Apex Avion was not on my bingo sheet of things, but you know what? I'm kind of all about it. It's little challenges like this that actually tend to make the meta look a little bit more interesting, honestly. Next up here, we have Ghoul with Detonating Kuriboh. Now, if a Kuriboh monster card is on the field and special summon this card from your hand, and I mean, well, that's quite easy to accomplish, right? I mean, you just get this nice little level 1 up, you get this little free extender, and then you can equip this card you control to an opponent's monster to negate that monster's effects. I mean, look, alright, I didn't say that this was going to be a competent idea. You're already playing 60 cards, trying to access the funniest little packages that you can kind of, you know, get into a list. We're also playing the Altergeist Drugviron. What is it? A tuner plus a non-tuner. Opponent special summons a monster. When an opponent's monster special summon declares an attack, return an Altergeist you control to the hand. Negate that attack. And this card distributes into the graveyard. Special summon this card. I mean, interesting. Definitely not who I thought I'd see on my bingo sheet, but I guess this could technically act as a spellcaster for us to make. Okay, that's kind of cool, I guess. Next up here, we have probably the standard Noid package. And you're going to see you got 19 Noids crammed in here. You have no hand traps, by the way. I mean, could you guys find the hand traps? But what you do have is some craziness here. I love the fact in Genesis format, those cards are very, very expensive. But basically, your whole game plan here is, we're going to slam down these mill cards. We're going to, you know, mill to the Decatron. Your opponent's probably going to know that you're playing some obscure number here. So you're going to have to kind of be a little bit careful on the rolling factor of what you're getting. But your trade-off here is, if you do hit the roll here and you do get to the Decatron, you're probably going to get to some very spicy cards. And I think that's going to be, you know, a nice little thing to kind of think about here, at least when you're looking at the OCG. Also, the Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light's pretty good. Next up here, we have Millennium Yummy. Why do we care about this? Well, typically, we can actually kind of turbo into this, which could access the Orchest, the Evening Star, which can facilitate some little dumping power, which actually itself is pretty strong for what you want. But also, I mean, the main reason why you want to be playing this, I mean, getting access to a free Herald's always going to be good, right? Big, scary negate, always going to be very strong. This deck's just kind of got to find its ways to get to its pieces. I also do see, you know, we are doing the Galatea here so that we can get access into the World Crown. Which, you know, converting this into this, just to get the World Crown negated isn't the worst trade-off. It's a pretty big, heavy use of resources, but it does kind of look a little bit spicy for what you can work with here. Next up, we have Yummy? Or no, this is Rex and Friends. Okay, so this is doing the little for hire shenanigans that we kind of like to see within these lists, but also, you know, you got a Fiendsmith package crammed in here as well. One of the things that we've seen, you know, anything that can cram two monsters together to get access to the mini goddess still remains one of the most broken concepts in, you know, the modern history of the game. It's just that's what we're going with, man. Like, it's very unfortunate that this is just the state that we find ourselves in at the moment, but gosh darn it, does it actually work for getting things together. Also, we are playing the secret technique of for hire. This card's actually pretty busted in retrospect. We will be getting this new support here eventually. I'm actually kind of excited just to see what we can mess around with here with this deck. And then, oh boy, talk about some boring Yu-Gi-Mons. Actually, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of why you talk about like the meta ideas that you can cram together in one deck. Well, I mean, here you go, right? You got the full Mitsurugi combo in here. You've also got what you can kind of cram into the K9 deck. I mean, it's called what it is. I mean, one Joe-Cool, one Lantern, with, of course, well, I mean, we're not doing case for K9. It's just, if you do see these little components, I mean, you're able to kind of go, which I guess is fine. You just got to think about it like this, considering, you know, what pieces that we can kind of find for this deck. Also, they're playing the Nightmare Goblin down here. Didn't think I'd see the little Goblin Man getting some hang time, but I will take that. It's actually quite entertaining to actually see. So definitely a list of interesting little challengers. Next up, we have Elven Notes with the Shining Sarcophagus package. Now, this is the thing that I've been going on about like a babbling idiot for weeks. You know, we talk about here in the future, when we do get the Dark Magician Girl, how this deck is going to evolve and is going to go into a new form. Also, you know, Armades being another way for you to kind of crawl through and get access into some of the little stronger points for this deck, I do think is kind of important to think about. So, outside of that, you got to remember anything with a Fiendsmith package plus other good stuff that you can kind of cram into a deck, I think is going to have some sort of good results. Maybe not like the most immediate ones, but your takeaway here is Fiendsmith still is one of the big bads in the OCG format just because it does a lot. Next up here, we have Magnet Warriors for you. I do see that, once again, hey, Japan, I do greatly appreciate you guys playing Magnet Warriors, but are we still going to continue to abuse this barrier statue? I get it, all right, I do. We also do get to play the Revival Golem, which we've kind of seen this card being a little bit of a funny little guy. He's a free level 4 rock that could actually bring himself back when he's milled off from the deck. Which, actually, you do have some ways to actually do. It's one of the funnier little interactions that this deck actually has access to. So, solidly, if you're looking for a funny little way to get this deck to work, I mean, just try some Vernal Sylph stuff. Try the Rock. Oh, wait, you can't because this is the OCG. We'll see how the Magnet Warrior stuff actually evolves on our side of the game. Lack of Block Dragon, I think, is going to be a major down player for us. Next, Gusto. So, Gusto is one of those decks that has, unfortunately, some of the biggest restrictions that you can kind of place on it because these cards can miss timing like crazy. And that's kind of a bad thing when you wanted to look at a deck like this to actually present itself within the meta. But, I mean, I see we're using things like Creature Swap. This was definitely one of the Just This cups where, you know, they're just like, hey, you know, you can bring your theme, you know, you can try to have some fun. You know, the extra deck becomes a little bit more limiting in the capabilities that you can do. But, I mean, I think that's fine. You kind of got to mess around with some of the off of the wall concepts. You do see, you know, Icarus Attack also being another challenger in here, just to kind of see what you can do with this. Also, you know, we are playing Win as one of the little free extenders for you to work with. So, I mean, it all makes sense to me. And then our last list here is Zephyra. Oh my god, I have not seen a Zephyra deck in forever. I actually are playing Zephyrath in here. This is actually really cool getting to see Zephyrath. Of course, the Boral Sword Dragon in here. And even the Electromite. Electromite being that little turbo source to kind of help this deck out. I mean, hey, Zephyrath is one of the oldest cards. It definitely needs way more support to actually kind of come together in the modern era times, but I think this is something really cool to think about here. So what do you guys think about all these cool, new, interesting little decks? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.